Hi there, here we go. Dungeonquest and Fantasy Flight Games, the 2014 Hot Off the Press Revised Edition. They did a 2010 edition. Came in for a little bit of flack. This is the brother-in-law's, Paul's, been delivered here. About the combat rules. We actually have the original Games Workshop edition with the heroes of Dungeon Quest and the catacombs, and we like it very, very much. But anyway, Paul's bought this, and this is the Dungeon Quest Revised Edition. They still credit the same designer, of course, which is Jacob Bonds, I think it was. And it was, the original edition was 1987. FFG did a 2010 reprint, or new version I should say, and here is a revised edition for 2014. And three main things: it's got streamlined combat system, which harks back to the original one that we play, deadlier dungeon than before, and a torchlight variant which offers new ways to explore the dungeon depths. 1 to 4 players. Let's dive into the box. Does look cracking. Yeah, very good. Right, let's dive in. Dungeon Quest. I think on average, can you remember, Donna, we used to play it, I think you'd get out the dungeon, what? If you played 7 games, maybe 1 in 7, you get out the dungeon. You know, cracking game. It's one we'd have set up and play a few games of. And it had the plastic, it's got the plastic cones with it, hasn't it? And the sunlight track, so. Typical size Fantasy Flight box. We've got the little leaflet there, advertising their stuff. First of all, we come to Learn to Play, Dungeon Quest. Lovely artwork, revised edition. Components, setup, playing the game, movement examples, encounter monsters, exploring the catacombs and exiting them, chamber effects. And now we've got a rules, like an almanac, a rules reference, glossary terms and stuff. Chamber effects. There we go. And now we come to the tile sheets. Let's have a look. I never played the 2010 FFG version. We only ever played many games of the 1987 Games Workshop one, which I do think is a brilliant game. Okay, so here's the tiles. Nice good fit quality. Pretty hilarious when, oh, do you remember, Donna, it was Sophie, first time she played it, she died on her very first turn. It was Sophie, wasn't it? Was it Sophie or Charlie? I think it was Sophie, yeah. Yeah, we were playing it, we'd set it up, we'd played quite a few games, and we got the daughter to play Sophie, and on her very first turn she died, which was pretty funny. I think down a chasm or something. Great game. Some sort of big key here. And basically in the game we played, which this must be very similar to, you had to make it through the dungeon. You're very lucky if you did. Make it to the centre where the dragon is hopefully sleeping. You turned over some tokens, and if you got the dragon that was awake, you're pretty much good night Vienna. You're going to end up brown bread. And then even if you did get some loot out, it's a bit of a push your luck at option with getting the loot out. You have to make it out to the dungeon before sundown. So let's have a look at the board. Large board. Very nice board. There we go. So there's the sun track here. We've got dungeon deck, crypt deck, corpse deck, door deck, search deck, trap deck, treasure deck, catacomb deck and dragon deck. And there's the 4 starting positions, and there's the centre where the dragon will be sleeping, hopefully. So we've got all the decks of cards and stuff here. Let's have a look. There we go. Player sheets, just like in Talisman or Descent. Brother Garin. Chalara and Bright Blaze. Hugo the Glorious. Krutzbeck. Tatiana and Lindell. And these are those guys here, I would presume. Let's have a look at these miniatures. There they are. Typically good sculpts from FFG. Very nice indeed. I say the heroes of Dungeon Quest that we have are actually metal figures. Nice dice here, very in keeping with the theme and stuff, and tons and tons and tons of the small cards for the player decks, for all these decks that are going to line up here. In the original Games Workshop, the nice thin red backed, all different shapes, you've even got coffin cards and stuff, which I love. Anyway, these are all tidy, actually fit onto the board itself. Yeah, so here's the dragon cards. You flip these over and shuffle them up, flip them over. Dragon's Rage, you pretty much bought it if you do that. And then these are the sleeping ones, and hopefully you will turn over a sleeping card. Empty rooms, and you have to search rooms. It really is a great game. Yes, there's a look in it and stuff, but I do like the artwork here. Gold coins, bottle limit, you get potions. It's just like, to me, it's one of the original real good dungeon crawl games. You got passage down here. I suppose that takes you into the catacombs. Yeah, place a catacomb marker here. Very nice, lovely artwork. I'll have to give this a whirl, even though it's Paul's game. See how it compares to the original. Again, tons and tons and tons of cards. Hidden Trap. I say, there's a real sense of achievement if you manage to actually get out the dungeon with some loot. I know I've managed it once and the feeling was fantastic. I think I managed it twice actually. I know you managed it a few times, didn't you? Yeah. Yeah. So there we go. That is the revised edition from Fantasy Flight Games of Dungeon Quest. It looks very good. Thanks for watching.